The term femdom is a search term created for men who watch pornography. Femdom is typed into the search query to yield female dominant results, okay? Femdom is the combination of the word female and dominance, i.e. dominatrix. Asking a dominatrix for femdom is like going to McDonald's and asking if they sell burgers. Interestingly enough, there is a term for a certain type of dom. You know, they're called McDonald's doms. So thought I'd make that funny association. Ha ha ha. Anyways, typically what you'll find under the femdom category is mainly, if not always, fetishy type of content. Everyone will mostly be naked, and the femdom offering a very, mild, kinky scene where the femdom is hyper-focused on the sub's erection, the release, and making it happen. Now, just in case people forgot, porn is catered to men. 97% have watched porn in their lives. 94% view porn in the past 6 months. 82% are regular viewers. The other percent is lying. When femdom is searched, you can get these mild, fetish type content where they're hyper-focused on his erection. In my opinion, this is a terrible example of what a dominatrix is. Are there dominatrixes who prefer to be nude or in lingerie compared to the traditional dominatrix garb? Sure. Is there a kink called edging or milking where the sexual stimulation of starting and stopping or the delayed release? Yeah, of course, okay? But my question is, what brought the sub there? Or, the fully nude femdom with her legs spread on, her sub's face. What brought her there? Because last I checked, that kind of looks like oral sex. Or, in the very least, it's very vanilla as a matter of fact. When you search the term face sitting or oral sex, the two terms will be without any difference, pornographically speaking, because BDSM is not porn. BDSM cannot be minimized to a porn term because it's so much more than that. But getting back to these 3-minute, porn clips that feature these bad examples of BDSM, my question is, again, what brought the participants there, okay, to that moment? Because face sitting is a reward system, in my opinion, and certainly not something the sub is entitled to, or, another term that's thrown around a lot is body worship. So to me, face sitting, body worship, daddy dada, or whatever acronym they decide to throw on there, or even just something as simple as making an outfit change, is perpetuated by male toxicity in the context of a female sub dynamic. My first intro to this lifestyle was many years ago. I was modeling for some local alternative clothing shops, and I would frequent that popular spot on Yonge Street. It used to be on Yonge Street. One of the ladies I was modeling with, I came to find out, was a dominatrix. And, I can't remember her name. And actually, I wish I could find her again, but, I moved to California shortly after that and we lost touch. Very Betty Page, tanned. Her boyfriend worked at Gold's Gym, both very good looking people. I'd visit that gym for unrelated matters. But anyways, eventually I found out she was into the lifestyle, that I was also, trying out and somewhat, around at the time. So she invited me on her outings with her subs. Yeah. Her subs were, to open all doors, speak when spoken to, head bowed, perfect etiquette, extremely respectful, and her submissives were always very happy to be in her presence for obvious reasons and happy to serve. My last memory of her was when she brought me back to her her Blackwall dungeon and started showing me her needle collection. So she pulled it from behind, the glass casing, and I basically, I'm in the last leg of like my teenage years, okay? And all I can think of was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die, because her boyfriend's gonna come out of a corner somewhere. We're gonna do some crazy scene. But I can't remember if she was telling me about needle play or not. But whatever. Anyways, point is I was too immature, and I still, was very new to the disciplines, and I didn't understand or really understand the vast, categories that encompass BDSM. After I relocated to California, we lost touch, but it was that level of respect and honor that I've experienced and seen that has diminished over the years. So let's take a look at what BDSM stands for. B is for bondage, D is for discipline or dominance, S is for sadism or submission, M is for masochism, okay? I did not hear E in there, did you? Exactly, E for ejaculate. All acronyms are related to the interpersonal dynamics that involve erotic practice or role play pertaining to BDSM. Within those contexts exists a pleasure and reward system, okay? This pleasure and reward system is what uniquely defines the kinky lifestyle from the vanilla world, okay? Which brings me to my next point. How did it ever become a thing to expect a dominatrix to not have any boundaries and will take orders from her sub? Further, how can hobbyists, hobbyists are people who choose to play with multiple dominatrixes, and not make any commitments, can assume that a dominatrix will be able to provide the fantasy session or scene that can encompass, many scenarios or scenes, be available right now, or even in 30 minutes. An independent provider like myself does not have a storefront with, 5 little minion twins like myself, ready to accommodate these stringent, demands. The quality session takes time to prepare for. So, I'm in no way, shape, or form the authority on BDSM, nor do I care how people choose to play behind closed doors, because it's not my business. I'm not on FetLife. I'm not in these chat rooms where there's like a ton of, keyboard warriors and BDSM police barfing their opinions on what BDSM or consent should look like. I'm just trying to outline the basics and question how things have evolved to the point they are now. In a professional context, I would hope that the craft of female domination doesn't get too diluted by self-proclaimed submissive men covertly giving orders and topping from the bottom with their reward requests, and complete disregard for the obvious need to follow appointment booking protocol. Everyone at some point in their life has made an appointment, right? Yeah. Okay. So why does booking an appointment with an independent dominatrix be any different? Oh, wait. Because it doesn't. Time and time again, women are being canceled through sports or executive orders and so on. Women are still not paid equally to men. Women pay more for toiletries. Makeup is sold by ounce or gram, and the average gram of quality makeup will cost anywhere between $20 and $30. Men's haircuts are 300% more markup than a man's cut, okay? In Toronto, the average price for an appointment in a salon just for a hair color or highlight will cost $500. Women also pay more for car insurance. Women are generally targeted for beauty services or advertising that shames women for aging. The media and corporations create ads telling us what we should look like through, plastic or cosmetic treatments or surgery. And I think, the Kardashians are a perfect example of this, facial composition of what's being pumped out as the beauty standard. Mainly being, big groucho marks, tatted eyebrows, frozen face, overfilling with fillers to create this, fake facial template along with, brown morgue makeup, which, by the way, does not flatter most skin tones. I could go on about this, hive mind facial composition created, by the rich in media, but I'll stop there. Let's get back to the gender gap issues. All these corporations are mainly dominated by men, okay, who dictate to us women in a chokehold of covert submission, okay? So when it comes to who I am and how I operate, I always ensure that it's on my terms, okay? As a naturally dominant woman, I carry this, personality everywhere. Dominance is not something that, in someone's character or not. Like, you either have it or you don't, okay? Dominance is not an outfit that, you put on or take off. I can't pretend to be a submissive. It just doesn't work that way. I think we as women are kind of, failing as a species, but more importantly, we women need to start demanding more from, ourselves in general, but certainly from our subs and our play partners. I didn't realize dominatrixes these days are expected to give, kinky HJs under the guise of certain fetish terms, or jump at a submissive's availability because he refuses to respect my time and demands now service, okay? I didn't realize face sitting is now ordered and expected by most submissives. I didn't realize a sub will feel confident enough to request rewards because he feels entitled to them. Men will treat women the way women allow themselves to be treated. I think also submissiveness is extremely easy to spot. You can see it in someone's language, the way they choose to present themselves, their disposition, their poses, how they communicate, or basic intelligence. A strong, confident woman will always behave very differently and show up very differently than a submissive person. I should not be expected, nor should anyone be expected, to drop what they're doing because little Peggy needs a pegging in 5 minutes and can't make a proper appointment because he's completely void of respect or commitment. Is life busy? Sure. Okay. But we all make time to go get groceries, go shopping, do laundry, see doctors, go to the gym, etc. Okay. Booking an appointment with a BDSM provider is no different. And anyone allowing themselves to be controlled by a self-titled submissive, may not understand what the lifestyle is about. Women need to start demanding more from themselves and stop taking these covert orders from men, okay? We as women are choked into enough submission in life as it is. I mentioned that earlier. So when I claim to be a, somewhat of a female supremacist, I actually am. Especially after the past 2 years, if I even get like a hint of male toxicity or even basic communication issues, I drop that person so fast, they don't even have a chance to respond. Why? Because this is my life. These are my rules and my word is law. Okay, I'm not fake. I don't bend my boundaries for anyone and I demand respect. My life is precious and I love myself. Therefore, my standards will reflect that, okay? My standards are high, okay, as they should be. Since life is dominated by men because there is, no way I'm taking orders from a man ever, okay? And I think we as women should all raise the bar much higher and be more demanding for ourselves because, then men would certainly respect us accordingly. So let's stop these toxic men and their porn terms defining what it is to be a dominatrix and truly start being the dominant figure that they're actually seeking. Okay? Thanks for listening. Love always, your favorite female supremacist, Miss Gigi.